In this video, guys, we are going to be talking about 3 different ways to change the key of your song. Now, I heard another tutorial on changing it in the events list, which is actually up here. Events list is up here. You'll see the events for all of the tracks. This is the event list area. It shows you what events are going on at what measures, at what markers, and which markers are there, if you have any. Markers are basically rehearsal marks. If you think back to, if you are a composer and you use anything like MuseScore or Finale, you'll be familiar with when you make a printed score, you will put rehearsal letter A, rehearsal letter B, rehearsal letter C as points of reference.
Keys
and
changed.
It's also a good thing to have points of reference
in the left
when you do
corner
a track either in Logic or Pro Tools or whatever you're using.
That'll change it
so that you can go back to a certain section, skip back to a certain section
actual sound
at any time and edit it as you hear it
you go up to
played or whatever. So what we're going to do in this,
go down the arrow and
we're going to skip the markers. Tempo is 62 and then signature. Okay, so you see right here in the events list window how there's a position, there's a type, and there's a value to each of these.
Shoot them at me in the comments.
And the position, that'll be a measure number. Okay. So, or a measure positioning, that would be where the playhead is. Then you have the type. What is the type of thing that this project has? And the type of thing is time signature, and you also have a key signature. Time signature value is 4/4. 4 beats per measure, quarter note gets the beat. And the key of this piece is F major, as you will hear just a moment. And so on. So you see how it's in F major. Well, we can set it, the playhead is what it is, to 21, measure 21 right here. Yeah, that's where we want to set it. And we can actually set this, we could change any of these. We could change the time signature, we could change the key signature. In this case, we're going to change the key signature to D major, okay? Alright, so if we change that, this event list, this will change it in the appearance or the score. If we would navigate to the score window, which I think is this. If we navigate to the score window, we will see different things, different functions. Let's click on an instrument real quick here and see if I could bring up piano roll editor and score. This is what you would be seeing, okay? This right here, I'm going to move it up. All right, so you'll be seeing this. Now, you see how key signature was 1 flat? Let me go back to the event list and go to signature. I'm going to change it back to F major. Look what happens. 1 flat. Okay, 1 flat. That's the F major scale. Then I'm going to go back to the event list. Under value of the key signature, and I'm going to say D major. Now what it'll do is it will transpose score-wise the part that you've selected, or the whole entire selection if you select it that way. This is good for if you're transposing on the go and you need a quick printout for a band that's going to play this or another ensemble that's going to play it. But there's another way to actually really transpose. Let's say if you really want to transpose the whole selection, you're going to need to go to track, and there's this thing called global tracks right here. Track menu, global tracks. And it will say show global tracks. Let's go into that. Let me go down here. Go down here. This is your global track window right here. It will have signature tracks for key and time. It will have an arrangement track. It'll have a marker track as well. And this marker track is where you'll put your first verse, your chorus label, your bridge, all that stuff. So that you can have a label to go back to a certain section that you label without actually having to scroll through the whole piece. Also, if you go to track global tracks, you can show or hide any of these. So I can hide the marker track. I can go back to track, click global tracks, hide arrangement track. Now all I have is the tempo, this meter down here, and the signature. I'm not so interested in the tempo right now. The tempo is fine. But in real time, you can use this signature. It shows the signature of the time signature and the key signature changed. Well, you're going to have to go to track and find global tracks, show transposition track, or shift command X. What you do then, it'll have a transpose track, global track, come up here. This is where you will actually change the key to the right. This little slider, you can go 1, 2, 3. And that's already been changed to D major, so I just changed it down a third again. So, how about now? Now it's in D major the way it's supposed to be from F major. If you wanted to go back to F major, all you would have to do on this is change this up to 3. It's plus 3 semitones. So that is how you would change the key globally. If you just want to have it for looks on a sheet music that you're going to print through this, you can just use the event list and change the key signature there. But if you really want to change the key, let's say the singer can't sing as high as the song was originally written in, you can do a quick transpose with the global transposition track. Also, apart from the global transposition track, there is also another way that you can transpose a part. Let's say we want to go transpose, let's see, I'm going to click a track here. Steinway, grand piano, let's go with that one. Every time you click a track, it will highlight over in the left region and track area over here. It will highlight that instrument, and it will give you the quantize features, the Q swing, and the transpose. Now this one, you can't actually do it by one semitone at a time. You can do it by octave transposition. So if you go -12, it's going to go 12 semitones down. So let's solo that. Click S. The S is what you use to solo. And if it is soloed, we will see, hang on just a moment, we will see the other instruments, kind of like this. So you would solo it right there. And then you would play back your piece. And if you wanted to go down the octave, all you have to do with this is make sure the Steinway grand piano is highlighted. Go in the region for the piano track up here to the left. Go to the transpose arrows and go -12. See what happens. Okay, go. Play back. Alright, so now you see it'll have a little -12 next to it. That means it transposed a complete octave. Now let's bring it back up to ±0 semitones, which is what it was before. And now you're back to your regular key. There you go. Alright, so that is how to do this. And so those are the 3 ways that we can actually get our keys changed. From octave transposition in the left region corner to the event list. That'll change its appearance if you're going to do sheet music, or if you want to change the actual sound globally, you go up to track, you go up to the global tracks, go down the arrow and say show transpose track, and then the little fader will come up and you'll be able to adjust your song however you please. Alright, so if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them at me in the comments. Otherwise, I will talk to you later.